Good morning, my dear students of grade 8. Today, inshallah, we're going to have a poetry session and we are going to start with figures of speech. What does figures of speech mean? You know, we have poems and we have poets. The poet is the person who writes the poem. And of course, he writes something, the poem is something like the song. So, do you remember when you hear a song or when you hear a poem and then you say, oh my God, this line is so catchy? It means that this line catches your mind. It catches your ears. It makes you feel so happy and so interested in that. These are the figures of speech. It's some words we use it, or some phrases, or some expressions we use to give more beauty to the lines we write in the song or the lines we write in a poem. That's the figures of speech. Today, inshallah, we're going to have 4 figures of speech, which you have taken before in grade 7. Number 1, it's personification. Let's start with this personification. What does it mean? It's you describe something which is non-living thing as if it's a living thing, a person. Again, you describe something which is non-living as if it's a person, a person. So it's personification. You describe something as if it's a person. For example, opportunity, opportunity knocks at the door once. Opportunity is non-living thing. It's a thing. So we describe it here as a person who knocks on the door. So this is personification. So whenever you have a line in your poem which describes something as if it's a person, you consider it personification. And you don't only write personification, opportunity knocks the door at once. No, you explain how. You have to say that the poet here described the opportunity as if it's a human knocking on the door. Number 2, we have ambition. Ambition mars their useful toil. Ambition mars their useful toil. Of course, here, yes, you describe something which is ambition as if it's a person. 3, the third one is crime skulls in the streets. Crime skulls in the streets. Crime skulls in the streets. What does it mean? It means like he described the crime as a person who skulls in the streets. So this is personification. So if you find a line that he describes something as if it's a human, what would you say? You would say the line, like crime skulls in the streets, and you have to explain. You write this is a personification, and the poet here described the crime as if it's a person skull in the street. 2. Alliteration or alliteration. Alliteration is correct, alliteration is correct. What does it mean? It's the same beginning sound of 2 words in the same line. It must be in the same line. The same beginning sound of 2 words, sound, not letter, because I have the word knife and night. They have alliteration, but they don't have the same beginning letter. So alliteration is the same beginning sound, like knife, night. Sound, not letter. This starts with a K, and this starts with N. Totally different, but you have to know the difference between the sound and the letter. What did he mention here? How high his honor holds his haughty head. So I have how high, they have alliteration. Okay, this is alliteration. Like knife, night, high, how, the same beginning sound, and it must be in the same line. It's not allowed to give me another يعني a word in a line and another word in another line. No, they must be in the same line. For example, just a second. For example, I want to share screen. So as I've just told you guys that here we have, this is a poem. We have some stanzas. This stanza 1, this stanza 2, this stanza 3. So you have to get the alliteration at the same line, the same line. So this is the stanza that we're going to explain today, inshallah. I need you to search in stanza 1 if we have alliteration. Alliteration or alliteration, which means the same beginning words at the same line. The same beginning sound between two words in the same line. The same beginning sound between two words in the same line. So let's search in stanza 1. In winter, I get up at night and dress by little candlelight. I guess that we don't have. No, we have bed and by. Bed by. The same beginning sound between two words in the same line. We don't have to search for bed and another word here that starts like birds. No, this is not alliteration. Alliteration between two words in the same line, like bed and by, but not bed and birds. No, this is not allowed. Let's go back to figures of speech. Okay, that's alliteration. But we have something which is not mentioned here, but I would like so much to say it, which is consonants. Consonants. Consonants is the opposite of alliteration. It's the same ending sound between two words. And of course, in the same line. So the same ending sound between two words in the same line. It's the opposite of alliteration. Alliteration, this one, is the same beginning sound between two words in the same line. But what I mentioned now is consonants is the same ending sound between two words in the same line. It's just like alliteration, it's not the ending letter, it's the ending sound. Like let's search here, let's see here and extract it together. New share. I want to share a new one, which is this one. Okay. Can you search with me please for consonants, two words that have the same ending sound in the same line? So I have here night and light. Can I consider night and light consonants? This is the same ending sound, but it's not in the same line, so I don't consider them as consonants. Okay. In winter, I get up at night. I found it at and night. At and night. The same ending sound at the same line. This is consonants, but bed and by it's alliteration or alliteration. Okay, guys? Let's move to figures of speech. It's so easy, right? I have two things, which is metaphor and simile. They are the same, but they have only one thing in difference. Simile, it's comparison between two things or describing something as if it's another thing by using two words, which is as or like, as or like. But metaphor, you describe or making comparison between two things or describe something as if it's another thing without using like or as. Like, focus with me. Don't look on the screen, just focus with me. If I say that, you are shining, you are shining. I described you as if you are the sun or as if you are shining like the sun. You are shining. Maybe I mentioned you as a star because the stars shine and the sun shines. So if I say you are, oh my God, look at you, you are shining. Here I described you shining like that star or like that sun without saying like. I just said you are shining. Okay, you got it that I describe you as the sun or like the sun, but without mention like or as. The opposite is simile. You describe someone or something as if another thing without using like or as. Without using like or as. So if I tell you that, oh my God, you are like a lion. If I say that you are like a lion, it means that you are so brave. You are so brave, and I said like. I used like or as here. So I described you as the lion with using the word like. But metaphor, I described you as the sun shining like the sun or the star without actually using like or as. Okay, this is the difference between simile and metaphor. Let's search together, extract figures of speech from our stanza. In grade 8, the first stanza is bed in summer. Okay. The first question that comes to your mind, what are the questions that I'm going to have in grade 8 in poetry? Just two questions. Extract. The first question is extract figures of speech. The second question is paraphrase. Paraphrase. Paraphrase means to explain what the poet says. What does he want to say? Just paraphrase. Say, explain, and explain it with your own way. We don't have to memorize. You have to explain it with your own way. Okay, bed in summer. In winter, I get up at night and dress by yellow candlelight. In summer, quite the other way. I have to go to bed by day. The general idea here is that the poet is so furious because in winter he goes to bed when the sun is not in the sky. As you know, all that in winter, the sun goes down very early. So he comes from his work late and then he doesn't see the sun. He doesn't see the sun. So in winter, he doesn't see the sun. Again, in winter, I get up at night. I get up also at night because in winter, when we get up at 6 o'clock, it's like no sun in the sky, right, guys? No sun in the sky. So in winter, he gets up early because he wants to go to his work early. He doesn't see the sun. So he's furious that he doesn't see the sun at night. Or in winter, it's okay. But in summer, quite the other way, the opposite. He has to go to bed by day. In summer, he can't enjoy the sun also because he has to go to bed by day. You know that the day in summer is so long and he has to go to bed by day and he doesn't enjoy the beauty of the nature. In winter, I get up at night and just by yellow candlelight, it means that it's so, he wants to say that it's so dark that he dresses by yellow candlelight. In summer, quite the other way, I have to go to bed by day. In winter, in the morning, he doesn't enjoy the sunrise. In summer, in the evening, he doesn't enjoy the sunset. So, in general, he doesn't enjoy the beauty of the nature. He is furious or upset because he doesn't enjoy the beauty of the nature. Stanza 1, I need you guys to think with me to extract figures of speech. Of course, we extracted bed and by, it's alliteration. And at night, it's consonants. What about metaphors, simile, personification? Do we have personification here? No, we don't have personification here. I guess that we don't have any other thing. And we don't have in stanza 1 any other figures of speech, but I guess no, we have one that is not mentioned today. I was about to tell you that we're going to have it next session, inshallah, but let's say it. Guys, you know, since grade 7, that contrast, it's the opposite. Contrast, it's the opposite. Contrast, it's the opposite. Do I have contrasts here? Yes, I have summer and winter. Summer and winter contrasts, right? Night and day, there are contrasts. There is contrast between the opposites. They are opposites. Okay. So if you want to paraphrase now, you would say that the poet is so furious that he doesn't enjoy the beauty of the nature because in winter he has to get up so early that he doesn't see the sunrise. And in summer, he doesn't enjoy the sunset because he has to go to bed early because he has work. stanza 2. I have to go to bed and see the birds still hopping on the tree, or hear the grown-up people's feet still going past me in the street. He's continuing complaining that he doesn't enjoy the beauty of the nature. So he says that I have to go to bed and see. Yani he's so envy now. He has to go to bed and see the birds are happy, hopping on the tree, playing, singing, and enjoying the beauty of the nature. Or hear the grown-up people's feet, the adults. Grown-up people, the adults. Or he has to hear the grown-up people's feet still going past him in the street. What does it mean, going past him? Going past, to pass next to someone. So he is in his bed, hearing the birds hopping on the tree, singing and playing or enjoying the beauty of the nature, and the people's feet walking in the street and enjoying the sunset or the beauty of the nature also while he's in his bed. He envies them. He's so sad that these people and these birds are enjoying the beauty of the nature, but he doesn't. Okay, so if I asked you to paraphrase, what would you say? You would say this. In stanza 2, the poet is so sad because he doesn't enjoy the beauty of the nature, but he sees the birds or hears the birds enjoying the beauty of the nature, hopping on trees, singing, playing, and so on. And also he hears the people's feet. He hears the people's feet going past him in the street, happy, enjoying the beauty of the nature. So he envies them. He is so sad. He's so upset of that. What if I asked you to extract figures of speech in stanza 2? Let's think together, line by line. I have to go to bed and see the birds still hopping on the tree, or hear the grown-up people's feet, or hear consonants, same ending sound between two words in the same line, or hear the grown-up people's feet still going past me in the street. Past street. Past street. It's consonants also the same ending sound between two words in the same line. It must be in the same line. Consonants and alliteration must be in the same line. Now I have something also which is alliteration here. This line. Still, street, the same beginning sound. So still and street, the same beginning sound between two words in the same line. So this is alliteration. But past, street, the same ending sound between two words in the same line. So this is consonants. What about rhyme scheme? You know the rhyme scheme, of course. We put some letters here. As night and light, it's A. I write A here, I write A here. Way, day, it's B, another sound. C, tree, D. Feet, street. Is it like night, light? Yes. Night, lights, feet, street. So it's A. Next time, inshallah, we're going to have stanza 3, and we're going to complete these parts. Just a second. Figures of speech. Now, today we explained simile, metaphor, personification, alliteration, and consonants. And of course, I explained contrast. We don't have it on the screen, but I explained it. So I just need you guys to memorize these. And next time, inshallah, I'm going to explain more figures of speech, and I'm going to explain stanza 3. Stanza 3. So today we had, what does figures of speech mean? What does paraphrase mean? We had stanza 1, stanza 2 with figures of speech with their paraphrase. Okay. See you next time, inshallah.